Yeah, hello guys. Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to the midday show. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the football fans zone with me, Timber Banks. Now on this show, I just want to just do a very quick reaction to what Alan Shearer actually said about Marcus Rashford. If there's a time to actually agree with Alan Shearer, I think this is the first time he has actually spoken since. This is the first time Alia Shearer will come outside and actually talk sense, speak like a real legend that have played the game. Now, I'm going to go through what he said, and this is coming from Daily Mail. What he said about Marcus Rashford, and this is what he said. How to say he said, Alan Shearer has well Marcus Rashford. He has not done enough this season to cement a place in the England squad for Euro 2024 this summer, of which I do agree with. The 26 years old went into the international break on the back of scoring in three consecutive games, but has enjoyed a difficult campaign on and off the pitch. Marcus Rashford has only 8 goals to his name in 35 appearances in all competition, a drastic decline from last season when he scored a career best 30 goals. A drastic decline. Scored 30 goals. The first Manchester player since Robbie Van Persie in 2012-2013 hit the milestone. That is to tell you, the last person that actually got that goal tally for United was Rob Van Persie, and that was under Sir Alex Ferguson. Then, further on to say, the lack of goals has been accompanied by rumor of a rift with Eric Ten Hag, with the Dutchman reportedly nonplussed at the player 12-hour drinking binge in Belfast in January. Now, there been rumor recently saying Marcus Rashford and Eric Ten Hag had a fallout due to the fact that he went clubbing and drinking 12 shots of tequila. You know, for once, I don't believe there is a fallout because I honestly believe that Marcus Rashford is Eric Ten Hag's favorite player. Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. There is favorite players, so I don't really believe there's a fallout here. Rashford has been an England regular under Gareth Southgate, but Shearer suggested his place at the Euros was far from guaranteed. Then he was asked a question. He was asked a question. If Rashford plays well from now and the end of the season, then can that secure him a place for the Euros in Gareth Southgate's team? And the answer Gareth Southgate gave was no. Now the question here is this, guys: do I agree with Gareth Southgate, with Alan Shearer? The honest truth is this, guys: I do agree with Alan Shearer. There are so many players in that England team that deserve to be going to the Euros ahead of Marcus Rashford. Antonio Gordon is one of them. Ivan Toney is one of them. You could say Oli Watkins as well is also one of them. Cole Palmer is better than Rashford this season. We can say the same thing for Raheem Sterling. He has been better than Marcus Rashford this season. Though he might have some not consistent, but he has been a far better player than Marcus Rashford. But one thing we know is this, guys. When it comes to Gareth Southgate actually have players that are regular no matter what season or no matter what form they are having. They are always regular. We're talking about a coach here that was playing Harry Maguire in a situation whereby Harry Maguire cannot even start for Manchester United. Yet he was being called up to the national team. He was being called up to the national team. But Harry Maguire could not even start for Man U. So now, it's the same scenario here with Rashford. It's the same thing, the same scenario. So, Rashford is in the same situation like Harry Maguire, Jordan Edison. Edison was in Saudi Arabia. He was getting picked for the national team. So sometimes, what I see here is this. In my own opinion, I do not believe that Rashford deserves to, get called to the national team. Not to talk about getting called to go represent England at the Euros. He has been terrible. He has been extremely terrible. And I, for one, believe Marcus Rashford have actually done enough, to cement a place in that team. Now, look at what Adrian says. He says Rashford should not even be starting for United. Never mind going to the Euros. He should not be starting. That is how bad it is. Marcus Rashford should not even be starting for United. And we're here talking about him going to the Euros. He should not be in the conversation. I'm sorry. Rashford should never be in the conversation whereby we're talking about him going to the Euros. In a situation whereby he should not be starting for United because he has been terrible. He has not been good enough. But here we are, because they have a manager who is a brat, who will always choose players not based on form. Gareth Southgate does not choose his squad based on form. Gareth Southgate chooses his teams based on if you have been a player for him and you've been good for him in the past. Because honestly, I believe Rashford should not even be in the conversation of going to the Euros. Honestly, there are better players, and we can say for so many positions in that England team. We can say, let's go from the defense to the midfield to the striking. We will mention players that are supposed to be going to the Euros that are not here. But because Gareth Southgate chooses his team based on what he only thinks about the player, they are there. And that is what I'm talking about here and now. Rashford has not. He has been rubbish. He's been crap. He has been crap. So, but we are here talking about him going to the Euros, whereby Andre just said it all. He should not even be starting for Manchester United. Like, that is how bad it is. He should not be starting for Manchester United. But here we are talking about him. He should be going to Euros. But that is who Gareth Southgate is. Now, Maradona says all this talk of United wanting players. Who says these players want United? No Champions League football this season. Well, I think you're referring to Kimmich. When I saw that article, I just laughed. I just laughed because it does not make any sense to me. Guys, so you are telling me if Kimmich is having issues at Bayern Munich, he would rather leave Bayern Munich and come to Manchester United. Because I will tell you guys what will happen. Instead of Kimmich leaving Bayern Munich to United, he would rather stay in Bayern Munich with the problem he's having in that club. He would rather stay there with the problem he's having. And for me, I believe if Bayern Munich could change a manager, I don't think he will be having the issues he's having currently. Honestly. Then Mitchell says, I would rather keep Casemiro than get Kimmich. United should go down the route again, buying players wanting their last contract. Let's buy the next Casemiro instead. And this also boils down, like, thank you for reminding me right now. We heard what this guy said, Sergeant Ratcliffe. He said, he's not, him and the Inos group are not here to buy expensive players, pay 100 million for players. That they will rather buy the next the next Kylian Mbappe, the next Jude Bellingham. So now, what happens to buying the next Casemiro and buying the next Kimmich? From what he said. Then Malebena says, as long as Bruno is part of our midfield, will we never dominate games, and our midfield will always be weak. And that is another thing I want to talk about. And I think this will not get spoken about enough. For once, as a footballer, I don't understand how is Bruno, very important for that team called United. Because when they signed Eriksen, I've seen United fan base talking about Eriksen is done. Eriksen is a flop. Eriksen, his career is over. Guys, we are talking about Eriksen that before joining United, he played for Inter Milan, went to Brentford, and he was very, very, very good for Brentford. Then he came to Manchester United, and he was being played as an 8, as a 6 by Erik ten Hag. Guys, make it make sense, because for me, all my career, all my life as a footballer, I have always known Eriksen as a 10. He played as a 10 for Tottenham, played as a 10 for Denmark, played as a 10 for Inter Milan. I have known him as a 10 all my life. Then he comes to Manchester United. Even at Brentford, he was playing as a 10 in Brentford. Then he came to United. He's been played as a 10, as a 8. As a 8 and 6. And Eriksen whereby he does not have that strength to do that. He does not. I will tell you here and now, guys. I will not be surprised if Eriksen leaves United and goes to a club and become very good again. I won't be surprised. I will not. Then now Thomas is asking, what happened to us finding the next Kimmich? And what happened, and what wages would he want? And this is what I'm saying. Sergeant Ratcliffe came outside to say they want to do new recruitment policy in the club of getting the new Bellingham, the new Mbappe, new Saka, new Foden, new Kimmich, new Casemiro. What is happening with new Kimmich right now? Why are they not getting the new Kimmich? Why are they not talking about getting the new Kimmich? Why? Now, let's talk football. Says Kimmich is another mistake waiting to happen. Wow. Kimmich is another mistake waiting to happen. You might be onto something there because he's currently having issues in Bayern Munich. So what's his probability that he will come to Manchester United and not have the problem? And what does that mean for players like Kobe Mino? Because what I will say here and now is this. I will say it straight here. You are not benching Casemiro. You are not benching Casemiro. There is no way they will bench Casemiro except the decision has been made to let go of Casemiro, then bring in Kimmich. The guy's striker argument is the reason why our team never improved. Rasmus is potential, but he's not gonna win us the league. Any serious team would get someone better. We need actual competitions, and that's a fact. That is the fact. I honestly believe Man U overpaid for Rasmus. And guys, calm down. When I'm talking about Man U overpaid for Rasmus, I'm not talking about his potentials. No. I'm talking the sense that they made a mistake of spending £75 million on a striker whereby he had his breakthrough season last year, scored 9 goals in the league. They made a huge mistake paying £75 million for Rasmus Højlund, who is supposed to be an understudy to another striker or to a better proven striker. Striker like Ivan Toney. Strikers like what's it called? Osimhen. He should be understudy to these guys. All these strikers I'm talking about. He should be understudy, not the main guy. And I'll let you guys, he has potentials. In a different team, he could be the main guy. I can tell you, he could actually do a job playing for a proper club that creates chances. Like the boy have shown he has that potentials. He has shown it that he has potentials. He has shown it that he got like potentials in him. But I don't think Rasmus Højlund wins you the league or wins you a Champions League with the likes of Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. No, doubt it. Then Viranis says, why would any top player come to a club that has Erik ten Hag playing favourites like with Rashford and Bruno Fernandes when they should go to a better coach team? And this is something I always talk about. This is one thing I always talk about. And it's the fact. Which player do you expect to come to Man U? Because the only reason player comes to Manchester United is for the money. Like, I'm sorry, no, there's nothing you want to tell me about. The only reason player comes to United is for the money. I'm sorry, it's the money. It's for the money. And that's a fact. So tell me, which club will want to come to a team that is coached by ten Hag who plays 2 players? Are they fit? They are injured. he keeps playing them. It's rubbish. Tracy says if Rashford does not pull put full effort in for the rest of the season, it will prove he can't do that consistently. Then we should sell him in the summer. Like I've been saying, said this guy, man, for a very long time. If he can be told up his game, then United should benefit. But I would not hold my breath. Mark your now. You now say he can play as a striker if needed for England. When has he proven he can't play? Like when he has proven he can play as a striker, and that's what you call a mentality team. You have a player that believes he's not a striker. He wants to play as a wing. Whereby you have some other players that are ready to do the job. No matter where the manager plays, they're ready to play it. He does not have any instinct like a striker. He never moves like a striker. Finding the right space or gambling to get on the end of a pass or crosses. He is a Bismarck as a striker. Then he says, if Kopama does not get ahead of him, then surely Southgate has lost the plot and proves he only picks favourites. That's what I'm talking about. And that is why you can see on the thumbnail I put Kopama there. Because Kopama is a better player than Rashford. Sterling is a better player than Rashford. Anthony Gordon is a better player than Rashford. Now, the only reason why Rashford is even there is because he's a regular. He is a regular. And that's the thing. It boils down to like you have said it all. You have said it all. And that's the only truth. But what I said, it's my own opinion, guys. And what I always say, everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion. So please, get into the chat. Let me know what you guys think on the conversation. Let me know what you feel. Do you think Rashford has done enough to be in the England squad or not? Get into the chat and let me know. If you're watching live, get in the chat. If you're watching later after the show, please also comment on the conversation. And please, if you are new to the channel, please, guys. Like I saw that about 40% of people watching the content of the channel have not really subscribed. So please, guys, subscribe. Subscribe, guys. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.